Hello there, I'm Gemma Jackson from the Association of Investment Companies. Earlier today I was joined by Harald Janson from International Biotechnology.
I think there are two questions to your question. One is, if the sector has a long-term growth ahead of it, and I think it has. The drivers are there, they're growing population in the world, the aging population, and also a lot of scientific advancements. The second part of the question is if you buy into this sector right now, if that is going to be a good investment in the short term, let's say next 6 to 12 months. I don't know, that depends on where the stock market is going. But the underlying long-term growth trends for the industry, I think, remains. We look mostly at the therapeutic area, meaning new drugs, rather than at new technologies, new medical devices. We see, the bigger opportunities with new drugs coming to the market, especially in areas like oncology or cancer, where the next generation of drugs will be something called immuno-oncology drugs, basically your own immune system trying to fight off the tumor. There have been some very interesting data coming last year and this year in this area, in particular for skin cancer, lung cancer, renal cancer, and also bladder cancer. I think everyone will benefit in the end. The patient, of course, society through people that can work and pay the taxes. The question is if in the short term we can pay for this, and since the cost for drugs are relatively low on the big scale, GDP, if you look at GDP, healthcare cost is 10% of GDP in Europe, and drugs is 10% of the healthcare cost, meaning 1% of GDP. So in the total aspect, it's not a very big cost. And secondly, all the new drugs that come to the market and that we pay high prices for, eventually they go off patent and become generic, and then they don't cost very much at all.
That was Harald Janson. The biotechnology and healthcare investment company sector has been a phenomenal growth story over the last decade, outperforming the average investment company over 1, 3, 5 and 10 years. It is though a high risk area, and it's worth considering as part of a balanced portfolio. If you're in any doubt, do consult a financial advisor. Thanks very much indeed.